So Kurt Geiger recently launched some new pieces, and I of course am going to give you my opinion, what I think is worth looking at. Is there anything that I'm looking to buy? And I would love to know your thoughts as well. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course celebrating others. So, we are talking about Kurt Geiger today, and Kurt Geiger is a brand that I absolutely love. I've spoken about a fair amount. I recently did a video on why I think the XXL flap is a fantastic bag. That is the bag that the majority of comments I get tend to be about in terms of I've gone on to buy it. Longchamp Les Pliages and Kurt Geiger XXL flaps tend to be the things that I hear the most about from you all, having seen them on my channel, occasionally the odd thing about the Mulberry Bayswater, the MCM pieces, but I actually would say Kurt Geiger is predominantly the focus. And I feel quite well equipped to talk about this brand because I have been buying from this brand for many, many years. And I own shoes, I own bags, I own accessories. So as an example, you know, I own kind of some of their accessories. Here we have the rainbow belt in this grained leather. I've got kind of the smaller flat bags. I've got their seasonal XXL flat bags. I've got small leather goods. I've got shoes. I've got an umpty amount of shoes, to be honest, because it was shoes that I originally bought into with the brand, and then it's just evolved from there. So I always feel quite well equipped to discuss the brand. I feel like I've tried enough of their products to be able to say whether or not I feel that they are good, where I think there are some points to avoid. I don't think there are any points to avoid with this particular brand. I think it's all fantastic, good price point, fun, personality pieces, I would say. But anyway, let's talk about their new collection, okay? Because there's some good stuff. And why are we going there? Okie dokie, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we can expect, with the seasons we're coming into, we can expect things that are bright, things that are fun, lots of pattern, lots of print, lots of colour. And here we go, we get in straight away where they've launched this Kensington sneaker. So that's a new style of sneaker for them, £189, so it's on the kind of top end of their price point when it comes to shoes, but that is very bright, that is very bold, it's in the metallic grained leather, so it'll be fairly durable. That's cool. Terry cloth rainbow hoodie, that price point, £239. Ooh. Now, I understand this from a practicality perspective, that kind of towel-like material. You're at the beach, you throw this on, you dry whilst you're walking. But £239, considering ready to wear isn't their niche at the moment. That feels a little bit high. Maybe kind of £149, I would say. But anyway, crochet, if that's your vibe. Oh, they've redone the rainbow in pastel. How gorgeous is that grained leather in those pastel rainbows? That is stunning. That is the style of rainbow that I've been crying out for. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully it comes in a XXL because that is my size. You've got this beautiful embellished fabric mini Kensington in that pastel as well. That is so beautiful. Silver hardware. How gorgeous is that? That could be used casually with jeans and a t-shirt and just use this to add a little bit of bling factor. It could be used in an evening. You can tuck the strap in and make it more of a clutch. Oh, that is so pretty. And then you've got the Lane stripe sneaker, which is a more long-standing style of shoe at £169. Some wedges. Those are fun, aren't they? Those crystal sandals, those kind of chunkier sandals with a little bit of a wedge on the back of them. Not a huge lover of those, but then the Piera wedges are fun. You've got the Shoreditch sandal, beautiful. That's really fun. That's gorgeous. So you've got the aspects of rainbow, but then you've got those animal prints as well. That's a really beautiful, fun Kensington bag. I like that a lot. More Pierras, but the Pierra mules this time. And this beautiful nylon Kensington with the top handle. This is stunning, and I want to see this in person. As you probably know, I love a nylon bag. I love the mixture of the patterns on this. I love the scarf detailing. I love the fact that it's already got a top handle built in, but it's also got that chain aspect to it. This is really fabulous, and at £219, it's a good price point, and it would be very easy to live with. Styling wise, I think you have to go for a maximalist approach with something like that. Don't try and just make that the only statement piece. Just go all out and have fun with it. They've got a crossbody, a bucket hat, a patchwork cap. I definitely think I will be buying that cap because I love a cap, as we know, and I think that pattern is beautiful, so I'll be buying that for sure. Kensington Drench, orange. Again, beautiful kind of fabric mini, which is kind of almost embellished. They're really pretty. They're well worth looking at. These chunky slides, don't even talk to me about those. That is one ugly shoe. Let's not. The Kensington Drench in pink. Mini Kensington. This is really pretty with the blue and pink sequins. And then you've got this raffia, which again is great. I mean, that's got a very kind of casual Saint-Tropez sort of vibe to it. Gold hardware, I think, makes the most sense with this material. I like that sort of lemon yellow check that they've got running through it. What I really like about Kurt Geiger is that quite often the flap of the bag is a different pattern or print to the main body of the bag. So you've got that kind of raffia chevron for the main body of the bag, and then the flap is in this check, which I think is really pretty. More medium Kensingtons, espadrilles. So you've got matching shoes. They quite often bring out matching shoes for their new bags, etc., or new bags for their shoes, whichever way around they do it. Some embellished earrings. I like their jewellery. I haven't bought any of their jewellery yet. My local store doesn't sell it, and it is one of those things I do like to see jewellery in person. But these chain necklaces and bracelets with these embellishments are absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that they use rainbow. It's stunning. Stones. I'm not such a fan of these larger stone pieces. I much prefer this kind of smaller embellishments. That rainbow mix. Some wedges. We're coming into wedge season, aren't we? And what I like about these is that they're at least high, because if a wedge is a low heel, I feel they look really cumbersome. Whereas if they're high enough, I believe these will probably be circa 100, maybe 115 millimeters. Then that feels reasonable. And they should be much more comfortable and much more stable to walk in. Flatforms. Don't get me started on flatforms. Can't stand them. But hey, if they're your thing, there's a couple of options here. The Limitless, that chunky trainer. Limitless, Lennox, Lexi. They all look fairly similar to me. They all seem to do a similar thing, but there's £30 difference. Anyway, chunky sneakers, love them. Kurt Geiger's trainers are some of the most comfortable. I got 3 pairs of the Wickeds, which are those chunky trainers. So comfortable. Honestly, possibly the most comfortable shoe I own. A pool slide. £100 I think is still too much for a pool slide. Go to Lacoste and buy a pair for £40. Do yourself a favour. Flip flop wedges. Let's not. No. Not even a rainbow can save this concept. Absolutely not. Those chunky eagle slides, knotted eagle bracelets. They look like expensive friendship bracelets that you used to make in primary school. Again, we can leave those alone. I appreciate the eagle detailing on them and the fact that that's metal, but it's a little bit juvenile. And you can have fun, but I think when things start to creep towards childish or juvenile, it's time to step back. Beautiful leather Kensington there with a larger eagle head in this beautiful metallic rainbow. That's quite an eye-catching piece, isn't it? Double circle earrings. I'm curious as to how heavy those would be, because they look like they would be fairly heavy to me. Or how do they drop? Actually, let's just go in. Let's ask all these questions and hopefully they have the answers. I mean, they are really pretty up front. I mean, look at that detailing with the eagle head. That is actually a very pretty earring, is it not? Stunning. I like those. I mean, I wouldn't wear them, but they're very, very pretty. And you've got that necklace as well. It's a shame they didn't have them on a model. Like, With something like that, where you can't quite figure out the proportions or the dimensions of the piece, you want to be able to see it on a model, do you not? Is that just me? Anyway, the lovely Paris Hilton here, the absolute icon who brought about that Y2K style. She wears Kurt Geiger. So there we have it. You know, she is an icon when it comes to fashion. Okay, scarf, triple bangles. That looks like a homeware piece. I don't know who's putting that on their wrist, but that looks like a homeware piece to me anyway. Kind of those sorts of Birkenstock vibe. I actually quite like those. I think they look quite chic to me. I prefer them to this version from the Kensington. They're both, no they're not, that's Eagle Buckle. I prefer the Eagle Buckles for £10 more. Hamptons, block heels, a bit more comfortable, more sensible heel height. Again, kind of more sort of sandals, slingbacks, Belgravia slingbacks in a very sensible heel. That would be a 65mm, I want to say, something like that. I don't think it's 85. It doesn't look high enough for 85. Then you've got these trainers, this beautiful card holder in this pale pastel. I have had my Kurt Geiger card holder since 2018, I want to say. I've got the rainbow metallic grained leather, and it is the card holder I use pretty much day in, day out, and I've been using it for about 4 or 5 years. Does it look like it's been used? Yes. Like, I couldn't resell it, but it's still in really good condition and it's doing really well. So, and I paid, I think, $39 for it. They've since had a bit of a price increase, but it's worth it. For £59, they are so hard wearing. Put your designer ones, your other designer ones down. Honestly, these are well worth it. A hoodie, a short hoodie, so a cropped hoodie, I believe, with the evil eye on it for $169. I think that will be embellished. I mean, the quality of their pieces is really good. The materials they use, they do a lot with embellishment, they do a lot with crystals. So I have to say, they do a really good job there. Those South Banks are quite interesting with that base sneaker, and then you've got the metallic running through it. $169. Not bad. They do more conservative sneakers as well. You've got the Lennons, which are, I believe, what the Donny used to be years ago. So I've got 6 pairs of the Kurt Geiger Donny. Actually, I can show you. Forgive that they're looking worse for wear, but these are my Kurt Geiger Donnies that I used to wear so much. And these are in this pale pink, which this Lennon is in a very similar colour. So a very similar look and feel. It feels like a bit of a combination between the Donny and the Whitworth, which are both discontinued styles, but I really loved these. I've got them in 6 or 7 different variations. I've got white with rainbow, white with leopard print. I've got the pink. I've got the kind of pony hair versions. Like, there's loads that I've got, and I bought loads of them over the years. I think they're fantastic, so definitely great. And price point wise, they're actually the same price that the Donnies used to be, maybe £10 more, but considering over the past 4 years you've only seen an increase of £10, I don't think that's bad. These types also tend to drop in the sale. I love that pale blue too. That's such a pretty colour. Then you've got these loafers, which are really nice actually. Some more simple loafers, some driving shoes, these rather ugly high tops. There are no. And you've got these fabric, another fabric mini, which is beautiful. That's embellished. It looks almost like it's got a chainmail around it, which is really pretty against that quite soft pink. So they've got that edginess mixed with some softness. They know what they're doing. Kurt Geiger know what they're doing. I'm not a huge fan of these stick-on like embellishments, but this is cute. This almost looks like, is it gingham? Like the kind of tea towel material, but in quite a sophisticated way. Much better than when Longchamp did this last year, I want to say, 2 years ago. Longchamp didn't hit the mark for me in that sense. You've got some more shoes, The £129 for a pair of espadrilles. Keep dreaming, Kurt Geiger. That is not the price point. When you can buy a pair of like leather trainers for £149, do you really think someone's paying £129 for espadrilles? I mean, maybe they are, but I'm certainly not. Then you've got more of these South Banks, more of these trainers. You've got more of the loafers. I really like this orange in this driving shoe. And then of course you've got that silver detailing with the eagle on the side. The branding isn't always that heavy on Kurt Geiger pieces, which I do appreciate about it. Men's Oscar Gem. Now, I would never pay £179 for a pair of sandals, but if I was going to, you best believe they would be embellished like those. But they're still slides at the end of the day, so that price point is ridiculous. You've got this fedora hat, a charm ring. That's quite pretty. It's quite sweet. These bow earrings. Let's see if they've styled those. They're really pretty, aren't they? Those would be really pretty for an event. I like the fact that they've got the kind of silver clear crystals, and then as you work your way down, you get to the rainbow. That's a very pretty pair of earrings. And Kurt Geiger does a lot with the bow motif, so you could quite easily pair those with existing pieces if you've bought some of the bow pieces from Kurt Geiger collections gone by. Loafers, and then for Year of the Rabbit, you've got this little keychain, which is very sweet. And they've got a boot event on, 30% off selected styles. So in terms of that particular collection, there's nothing for me that was groundbreaking and me thinking I have to own it. The pieces that I am considering would be the pieces that came in that patchwork. So the nylon flat bag with the top handle, I would really like to see that in person. And then also the cap. Now, I think I'm just going to order the cap because I am very confident I will like it, and I'm not so worried. It's £39. I'm not worried about if I don't like it so much, I know I'll wear it. So I definitely think I'll be ordering that. I will probably ask, if they don't have it in store, I'll ask a member of the team locally to me to bring one in so I can see it in person, just so I can try it and see what it looks like on my frame. I can imagine it's going to be a similar size to this one, which I don't think will work, but the fact that it's got a top handle might make it work better, but I need to see it and I need to try it in order to get a feel for that. And I prefer to try in store than at home. I don't like to get things sent to me, try it, return it, because then you're just clogging up their returns process. I would rather just, if they have it in store, try it there, say it's a no, and then no one's had to faff with returns, them or me. So that's my thought. But there was nothing so groundbreaking, but lots of nice pieces. So if you don't own anything from Kurt Geiger, I think there are some things to get started with, but I'm seeing a bit of a resurgence of some of the pieces that I have owned over the years, which is a great thing. They're great items, but it doesn't mean that I need to duplicate. So there we have it, everyone. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you're thinking, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.